All right. Hello again, everyone. So this morning, Russ here is going to be going over what is currently going on with GP and Tasha. So I do understand that GP had some more things to say earlier about what's currently going on, like Tasha being a supporter of AK and Tragic in the bodega, and Tasha did another video earlier about me. And also about what's been going on with me and Noodles as of fairly recently. So let's see what it is that GP had to say. And there's also some things now about GP hiring a private investigator. So GP 316, that bad man, 19 hours ago. And since we're talking about it, I also want to make it clear who Tasha is supporting, apologizing and defending AK and Tragic. The individuals she claims have done nothing actionable. Screenshots will be posted with some of the heinous, malicious doxing and threats of family harassment they did. This is exactly why people like Pew Pew Tasha should not be trusted. She pushed false narratives without proof, and too many people believe her without question. Now, here's what's really interesting. The evidence of Tragic being racist, homophobic, and saying some very questionable stuff was actually posted in Pew Pew Tasha's own ex apology thread, and she completely ignored it. Why? I don't know. My best guess, Pew Pew Tasha isn't a truthful person and seems to operate by the rule of the enemy of my enemy is my friend. That kind of bias is exactly why Pew Pew Tasha's credibility is in question. Lastly, let me make one thing clear for everybody. If you claim to have evidence of someone committing a crime and you don't turn it over to law enforcement, then you're either lying about having that evidence or sitting on criminal evidence, which makes you an accessory. I'm putting this out there once and for all. The truth matters. If you're going to make accusations, come with proof. Otherwise, stop spreading lies. Okay, it's come to my attention that Pew Pew Tasha has now joined in spreading misinformation and false accusations about me. Let me make this 100% clear. I have never stated, implied, or admitted to assaulting my wife or any woman. That claim is a complete lie. Now, Pew Pew Tasha calls herself a clip channel, right? So here's my question. If she had real proof of me saying I hit my wife, why hasn't she shown it? Let's be honest. If she actually had that evidence, she would have clipped it and put it out when I defended Hannibal. She didn't because it doesn't exist. As for the situation with Tragic, I never said I hired a private investigator first. That was Bridget. What Pew Pew Tasha's claim I did first is false. What I did say was this: I would and will hire a PI for anyone actively looking for me or my friends, because people in this space like to harass family members and friends. It's my right and a completely legitimate step if I want to hire a private investigator to protect my family, myself, and my real life reputation. Tasha says GP hired a private investigator to get information on Tragic and then said he was going to send it to the farms over his former co host who backstabbed him. Bitch, that marriage he is in is dead, boy, dead. Because why is that man online getting that deep in this shit? And GP has untreated anger issues, and he is also violent, admittedly. And he absolutely did say he put hands on his wife and laughed about it and how he spoke to her. Every time you turn around, he wants to slap someone, so him expecting me to believe he ain't slapping his wife around is crazy. He also deep throats his mic while manipulating women on stream. Okay, and has Tasha did something else earlier. Now, if it loads, is it gonna load? Okay, here it is. Okay, yeah, Tasha did another video. Pew Pew talks to Noodles at David Boldo 1980 about Russ and proving points.
Everybody's like, "Oh my God, that's like gross. Why would he do that? Why would he?"
What I said, and I never said that.
And make it bleed, and then he gets on Hussey's panel, and he says the same story, right? So he presents it like Russ said this like really nasty thing to this woman. Yeah. Everybody's like, "Oh my God, that's like gross. Why would he do that? Why would he say that?" But what he's leaving out is that y'all set that stream up like that to be sexual.
I never. What are you talking about? I said that on Hussey. I said he was telling a joke.
What?
Right. So there's that. Okay, now there's also this. Tasha put this out there on Twitter. This is, I think, a clip from another stream that I did with GP. One of my older streams, like from over a year ago with GP. In the link, you will find at GP316 that bad man. So he hired a private investigator to get information on Tragic, and then AJ Hello Baby Girl 17 was supposed to help him spread that information to the farms through Donna Morte, aka Olive Oil. Maybe they could explain why he said it. Let's see what Tasha had to say here, shall we? All right, Tasha says since GP has a shit memory, he actually did say he hired a private investigator. Now, he says it a little funny because he got shot in the mouth, but he does say it. And GP is also the one who told us that he put hands on his wife during a story he told when she came at him. This is all in his streams if he would put them back up. All the streams when he addressed Hannibal. So, GP, if you're all about truth, put those streams back up and I'll show you exactly where you said you put your hands on your wife. And as for him hiring a private investigator to destroy Tragic, you will find that confession below. And not only did GP admit to paying for one, but he says AJ knew about and was supposed to get in contact with Olive Oil to help GP spread this information to the farms. AJ and GP have never been doxxed, but seems like they will participate in getting and spreading your information to a farmer. Okay. So yeah, this was. So this is. Oh, yeah. Wait a minute. This is from. Right. One of my old streams. GP brought this up to me. I think I don't remember him telling me about this, but yes, he did tell me about the private investigator a while ago.
So I was like, oh yeah, okay. And she was with me on that. She was like, okay, let's go. So we did. I went to the stream. I admit it now. Yeah, with Tragic, I went to the stream. I hired a investigator. I was on it, bruh. I did. I hired a private. That's how I got all my information. If people want to know. I hired a private investigator. They went out there, and they gave me all the information from his. I'm talking about every court case and everything. I accumulated from that, family members, everything. Yeah, I did that to him because I'm not gonna sit here and have you threatening somebody that I've been friends with for all these years. I don't give a fuck how much you get my information wrong, but you're not gonna do that to her. So, and I was, actually, I probably wanted to say fuck him too, and I was like, let me take you down for this. And you know what? Even though I'm not gonna do a documentary, I'm still gonna pass that shit to Olive Oil. Fuck it, let's get it out there. Let's show how the dude that doxes people fucking addresses. Let's show how the dude that go on screen, create screen names and go, oh, that's not me. They think it's me, huh? Let's show what type of man you really are. You think the court cases with DC mugshots with DC put up that's what it is? Dude, you been getting into trouble since you was fucking 14. Did you forget about those cases that you thought were supposed to be closed? Did you forget about that? I didn't forget about that, Tragic. I have that. I don't have the we call it the full, they didn't give me the full case. Like, okay, what I mean by the full case, it's closed. It's closed. So what they did was they just gave me the case number. You get what I mean? And the description of what happened. And that was all they was able to provide me with. And it was like, you gotta contact the courthouse. It was a lot. It's a lot, but I got the case number. So I think like people like Olive Oil, would be very interested in having no case numbers because they will do their due diligence and going into it, right?
Yeah, he probably did forget about it.
Oh, he forgot about it. He forgot about drinking when he was a minor. He forgot about fucking we call it driving when DUIs. Yeah, he forgot about all of that bullshit. He forgot. I know he did. I know because people only focus on the big things about Tragic, the domestic violence and stuff like that, or him beating up his sister and things like that. It's cool. You can focus on that. But I have every single thing he did. I paid that money for it. So I think I'm still going to pass it on. I'm not going to do a documentary. It's old for me. But yeah, I told AJ that. I said, AJ, give Olive Oil my email. And I definitely pass it on. I definitely, give the links out. But I got to make sure it's Olive Oil first because you know how they like to create emails.
Yes. So, yeah. That's it for that. So, yeah, the thing of it is, right, GP mentioned the thing about Bridget hiring a private investigator, right? When Bridget was going through the court stuff with Tragic, because she was mad that he didn't like her back, so she took up the court over it. Tragic talked about how how she had hired a private investigator, right? Actual full-blown private investigator to go ahead and follow Tragic all over the place to get information on Tragic. Just because Tragic didn't reciprocate her romantic advances. So, yeah, that's it for me for this morning, everybody. I hope you all have another great day as always, and I will see you later. Take care.